What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the podcast. Y'all seen the title. Y'all know we get ready to get into this gambling thing, this gambling scandal. Also, I want to be after we talk about gambling, I do want to talk about I got another topic, unintended consequences, right? Of the beef that went on between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And the reason why I want y'all to think about this before we, get into it is like the unintended consequences. Like, in my opinion, that beef between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese proved two things, at least, or probably more, about the WNBA and the NBA. Number one, it proved to me that the NBA and the WNBA could have expanded years ago. That's number one. Number two, it proved to me that female American athletes just really get treated poorly and they get paid terribly, right? And I say that they get paid poorly because when you think about female athletes in this country and you think about any sport that they play, they always underpaid. When you look at the female boxer, what's her name? What's her name? What's Clarissa's last name? I forgot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, though.
Thompson. I think it's Thompson.
Clarissa
anyway,
Shields?
when you look at her and
Clarissa Shields,
her pay compared to the men's, and not that I say that she should get paid close to the men, because I don't think her draw is as big as theirs, right? But I do think that she should be getting paid more. Even when you look at the women in the MMA, they get paid a ton less than what the men get paid. And I ain't saying that these women should get paid, but I think they should get paid a lot more than what they get paid. Even the men is underpaid in that as far as the MMA is concerned, right?
Yep.
But so now Adam Silver is coming forward and he's saying that the WNBA the players are going to get significant raises. And he's trying to make it seem like it's out of the kindness of, you know what I mean? Like out of the kindness of his heart. But part of the reason why is because of Caitlin Clark, you know what I mean? Like the attention that she brought to the WNBA. And also you have outside factors like these new European leagues that are coming on board and say, hey, we're going to start a league up. And there could be a potential deal for Caitlin Clark up to like $100 million, what people are saying, right?
Right.
So now all right, so if you can offer Caitlin Clark $100 million to pay in Europe, which those teams in Europe have always paid more than the WNBA anyway. Right. So she's getting paid. Her rookie contract was for like $78,000.
Yep.
And now somebody else throw a contract, could potentially throw a contract on the table for $100 million, right? So that goes to show that the WNBA, there was always a market for women's basketball. But now that you got these other leagues saying, well, we're gonna come in and we're gonna give these women the money. So they could have expanded the WNBA the same time they expanded the NBA if they wanted it to grow, because the NBA is international. So they could have took both sports at the same time and grew both of them, but they didn't want to do that. So that's exposed. And like I said, with the players and the pay and stuff like that. So I want to get into that a little bit later on, and I want y'all thoughts on that. But first, man, let's get into this gambling scandal with Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and what's the Damon Jones?
Yep.
Let's get into that though, for real. Yep. Where y'all want to start it? Who y'all want to start with?
I think the most surprising out of the three, well, for me, the most surprising out of me is Chauncey.
Yeah.
Because I never looked at Chauncey. You know what I'm saying? Always been seen to be, you know what I mean, that he was above certain things, and not saying that we all don't have our own weaknesses and things like that and our own vices.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to that point, man, where as though you being a guy going out fishing for other guys, man, and these high stake poker games and the deck is stacked against you. You know what I'm saying? Pun intended. The deck is stacked against you, and he's the one that's doing that because he's the one that got $1 million friends. You know what I'm saying? So he has to be really, really down for him to do that. He has to be really, you know what I'm saying, behind the 8 ball, so to speak, for him to do that, you know, to work off or work down his debt. You know what I'm saying? But you never get that balance down to 0. You never get it, because even if you get the balance down to 0, they want you to still do it, or they're gonna blackmail you. They want to expose you. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't keep doing it, we're gonna go public with it. So it's just you never get away from it. You never get away from it.
And he could have been in that trouble way back when he was playing. And you're right, Tunk. He could have actually paid off the debt, but that threat of, hey, we got you now, we own you.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. And so even that's what I was listening to. What was it, Coach JB show, right? And he said on there, like once those crime, you know, those the mafia gets you and stuff like that, you basically, they got you, because they are going to, you know, you do 1 or 2 things for them, and that's it. It's all over with. They basically own you after that. Yeah. And the only way you can get out of it is probably like go to the FBI or something like that.
Yeah. And it's like because you're a cash cow. Now, if he bring it in, they say these games went on in LA, and some was in Detroit, some was in Las Vegas, things like that. You get into them card games, man, and it's like, well, we're not going to let you go because you're bringing in high rollers, right? You're bringing that. Without you, these guys not going to come to these games. So no, we're not letting you just walk away from it. We're not letting you just walk away from
it. Yeah.
I saw a somebody talking about that yesterday. I forget which. I saw it on YouTube. I think it was a short, but basically that it was well known by professionals that you don't go to these games. Professional poker players. Because they could spot they could spot the cheat very easily, right? And if that's what you do all day long, you know the ins and outs and how the game's supposed to flow, you could spot, hey, that's not supposed to happen. I guess the guy was saying, only took a couple of hands before he saw this person betting high on a gut straight, which is basically you don't have the cards until the last card. But if you're piling up if you're pushing the pot, and then all of a sudden, you know, and the only way you're going to do that is if you know what that card's going to be.
Right. I saw that, Jim. I saw a little bit of that. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
So the word was out, and the pros were like, no.
Right. They stayed away from it. The professional poker players, you're like, no, I'm not going to that. Yeah.
Well, and see, that's the thing, professional poker players, but now that's why you need guys like Chauncey Billups, so they can bring in like athletes. You know, they can bring in other athletes, and then they are the mark. It's not the professional, because some guys are not even allowed to go to casinos in Vegas because they're so good, you know. Right. So they already know what the deal is.
And you know, them professional athletes, they showing up, you know what I'm saying, with bags of money. You know what I'm saying? The stakes are high. You know what I mean? And the house always wins. So, you know, they coming in, hey, you might come in with 50,000, 100,000, you walk out there with nothing.
Yeah,
you know? And they said, man, they had all kind of stuff, man, X-ray tables, man, where you can see what the cards being played, man. They say it was crazy, man. There was a bunch of stuff going on. And then you never know. You never know, Mike. It might come out Chauncey, Rozier, Damon Jones, maybe they're the ones that like contacted the FBI. To get these guys off my back. And you know what I mean? And you gotta arrest me too, or it'll definitely look like I told. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. But I don't know if y'all heard about, we might have talked about it last week, that referee down in that football official that made that crazy call in that Auburn, Alabama game.
Yeah.
He's suspended. Now they saying he's gonna retire at the end of the season. I think something came out of that, and I think they trying to be in front of it, so it won't come out that he got you know what I mean, gambling affiliations, and you know what I'm saying, he's affiliated with, you know what I mean, whatever mob this, and he might be mobbed up. I think NCAA is trying to get out in front of them. But Mike, like you said, once they get in bed with these gambling, FanDuel, and there's a bunch of different other ones, once you start doing that, man, you should know this is gonna happen. And you can put up a sign and say, "Don't gamble." Oh man, what the hell? Get out of here! You put a sign in every locker room, or "Don't gamble." You know what I mean? Yeah, man, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching ESPN. What's the name? They got ESPN Bet. You know what I'm saying? That's the culture we're in now. That's just the culture we're in now. Yeah.
Don't bet. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Right. Right. What's up, Retro? Yeah, what's up, Retro? Yeah.
Yeah, and even with you know, now they even have it so like college players are allowed to bet. Did y'all? I didn't know that until recently. Like college, so that's why I say, you know, gambling is not going anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. I think you know this is, in my opinion, is just to get ahead of this.
Yeah.
You know, and can control it and just kind of deter some of those guys who are going to take a situation where it's insider betting, you know what I mean, with certain information and stuff like that, putting that kind of stuff out there.
Now, that's where they say Damon Jones come in, right? When he was down there as an assistant in Miami, he was putting stuff out where LeBron got a bad ankle. LeBron got a sore back. You know what I mean? Take the under. He might not play tonight. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. It's hey, that guy, Michael Porter, brother, is he in jail?
I don't think so.
The one they banned for the NBA for life. Yeah, he got that lifetime ban. Yeah.
But that's part of what he was doing. Like, what do they call like prop bets or side bets? What they was doing?
Prop
you know, and so with these kind of bets, like you kind of bring attention to yourself when you're gonna bet $100,000 on something crazy like you know, something crazy like Rozier only going to score 9 points tonight. Right. They was like, on the over and under something like that. That draws attention.
Right? Who would care? Like, who will take that much action on the under of what Terry Rozier scored? You know what I mean? He's not that popular of a player. So why would, you know, then you see all this action coming in on one side, too. All this action coming in on the underside. They're like, man, wait a minute. This ain't right. This ain't right.
Yeah. And so Retro, welcome back. Retro said something to us. I want to ask this about like Damon Jones, right? And the LeBron James thing. How deep? I don't think I hope LeBron James, and I'm not even a fan, but I hope he don't get bored into this though, because he don't need this. He definitely don't need for his legacy, like this to be a part of his legacy. This will almost be like the Pete Rose type situation, you know?
Just now, see, if something like this, I don't think LeBron part of it or whatever, but if something like this is when the NBA should try to really jump in front of it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the face of your league. You know, you got almost like what Stern did with Mike. You got to jump out there and be like, look, you know what I mean? Put the brakes on this right here, right now. We can't have this go, not on my watch type of thing. I know Retro, she's mentioning something about Las Vegas. I remember years ago, they said they'd never have a professional team in Las Vegas. Remember you say that? No, there'd never be any professional team in Las Vegas, man. Now you got 4 of them. You about to have the Oakland, the Athletics about to go there. You already got the Raiders there. You got the Aces there.
You got the Knights.
Right. You got the Knights. You got the Knights there. Look, the Dallas Mavericks trying to go. You know what I mean? To stop Dallas from going. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
Las Vegas is it's a crazy place though, because before, like Las Vegas is kind of like they're going after the big money. Like they pricing like the average. Like if you was a tourist and you wanted to go there, unless you spending big money, they just want the big ticket.
Oh yeah. It ain't even for regular Joes like us no more. Yeah. It ain't for regular,
Yeah. So I think their model is they want to go after like So like Macau out over in China, right? That's like I heard somebody, and I think it was the same people that were talking about the gambling, right? The professional gamblers, Tunk.
Yeah.
They were saying Macau, they will do the numbers they will do in 1 month are what Las Vegas does in a year.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's the level of gambling that's going on over there. So it wouldn't surprise me that Las Vegas is trying to just get a piece of that bigger pie. That
right, yeah.
They don't
want me over there sitting at that penny slot machine. They ain't making no money off me. You know what I mean? Then I'm drinking up all the free drinks and stuff. They don't want me over there. They like, they price me right out of the market.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. You know what? And so something else. All right. So look, I don't know. I hope, like I said, I hope LeBron James don't get brought up in it. But Chauncey, they said it's all right. So Retro said that Chauncey brought LeBron James' name up in it. Not only did he do that, but he had on, and I don't know if this was a statement by him, but he had on a Clutch, like his sweatshirt said something about Clutch Sports Management, right?
Yeah, that was the hoodie he had on when he walked out of court. Yeah.
So I'm like, was that a subliminal? Whatever. I forget about that word, subliminal message or something that he said.
The thing about that is though, right? The thing about I'm a huge LeBron fan, right?
Yeah.
I'm not doubting what you're saying, Retro, but if he had mentioned his name, because I ain't seen nobody, make any statements, what I mean. If he'd have mentioned LeBron's name, that would be everywhere. That would be everywhere across all news outlets. That would be the news. That'll be in front of the government being shut down and all kinds of shit. So I don't. But he did have that hoodie on though. He did have that hoodie on. Whether you want to read into that or not, I don't know. But that Damon Jones thing, because I didn't know Damon Jones was the coach down in Miami. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Damon Jones was a coach down in Miami. And you're like, damn, you should supply, inside information like that. But all LeBron do, if they got paper trails of LeBron, all y'all do is interpret it then.
Yeah. Man, what's up? Welcome to the chat. What's going on, man?
What's going on, fellas? Just got finished playing a round of golf, baby.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I want to welcome Live Wire Sports Media to the chat. Appreciate you, Retro, for inviting them to the chat. Appreciate that.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Y'all feel free to jump in here with whatever comments and whatever input y'all have. Man, what you think about this thing that's going on with this gambling scandal?
I think it's finally coming to up front, but it's been going on for decades.
Oh yeah.
It's been going on for decades. The problem is, and the reason now that everybody can't ignore it is because now the government's getting paid off of it. Whereas before it was ignored, but it was still there. Now that everybody doing the sports booking and all this other stuff, it matters because people paying taxes on the gambling money now. So that's why the government is so far up the ass on the sports gambling thing. And just watch. It's not just basketball.
Right.
It's not just basketball. It's going to come out that it's been fixed. That a lot of people within the intricacies of what goes on in sports has been doing this for a while now.
Yeah. Even Tim Donaghy, the guy who Tim Donaghy also said that he thinks that football is next, right? As far as a gambling scandal or some people's names might come up as far as football.
Yeah, that's the biggest sport that we have here. Man, that's the biggest sport.
Yeah, but I think, but I do think that football, like for a player to rig a football game, I think is a lot harder.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but the issue that could still come to the surface is exactly what we were talking about with like Rozier and Michael Beasley. When you can go online just from your phone and put down 5 large on somebody's over under, knowing that they're gonna throw it, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that's probably going to come to light more than the team aspect of it.
That's a good point. That's what I thought. It'll be more individual. It'll be more focused instead of the outcome of winning and losing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you bet, just to throw a name out here, just say Barry Sanders, he ain't playing no more. Let's say Barry Sanders. Oh man, Barry Sanders gonna fumble twice. You know what I'm saying, Barry Sanders? And if he's beholden to some bookie and he's in, you know what I'm saying, and the Mafia is leaning on him and squeezing him, win, lose, or draw, I'm betting that, you know what I'm saying, you fumble the ball 2 times, you do that. I don't care if you lose or not. I don't care if you run for 100 yards or not. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the crazy part about it. It's the prop bets that people are getting, you know, that they're getting caught up on. It's not actual scores and everything because it's hard to shave points, especially in something like football or something.
Right.
You got to have a lot of people in play to shave points in football. Basketball, not so much.
Right.
But when you're doing the prop bets, it's where you can see all the scandalous comes in because you can prop bet on pretty much anything.
Yeah, and you can do it quarter to quarter, damn near play to play nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because you can, like you said, you got your phone with you. You can do it. You know what I mean? Like them, what you say, in-game parlays and things like that. You can do all that. You know what I mean? From quarter to quarter.
Let me ask y'all a question, right? Because Retro asked a good question. Because I don't gamble either, right? And so, can anybody explain like what a prop bet is, man? Can you explain what a prop bet is?
Yeah. So it's basically a bet that is for a specific thing to happen or an outcome. That could be totally unrelated to the win or the loss or the over under, right? So the game itself, you can bet on who's gonna. You can do straight up. Hey, I'm gonna bet that the Commanders are gonna win, or I'm gonna bet that the total score is over 57 points. Those things are all just kind of centered around who wins, who loses, and what the score is. But a prop bet can be anything from what's the outcome of the coin flip? I'm going to bet $50 that it's going to be heads. Or I'm going to bet that Tyreek Hill has over 120 yards receiving today, right? So that it's a very specific outcome that you're betting that's individual based or event based that really may or may not have anything to do with the outcome of the game.
Well, I can bet that Tyreek Hill dropped 2 passes. You know what I'm saying? I can bet he dropped 2 passes. I can bet that the quarterback throw an interception or 2 interceptions. You know, it's you can get down to every little thing that you can bet on now.
And I'm going to bet that
the bet itself.
Go ahead, man.
The bet itself that got the ball rolling is the player saying that he was going to play to the 4th quarter, and he takes himself out in the 2nd quarter with a fake injury.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Terry Rozier said.
Yeah.
Terry Rozier. The over under was like 6 assists or something like that, or 10 assists, and he took himself out with a minor injury in like the 2nd quarter.
So all the unders going to hit. Yeah. So and that's what they say. See, they was looking at that. So all this unders going to hit. Now you look, and then you got all this action on his unders. You got all these people betting his unders that he taking stuff out the game. You know what I mean? That's going to draw attention. That's going to draw attention.
And his family and friends were betting the under.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. They all the action on the under.
Yeah.
Right.
All the
action
on the
under.
Yeah. So let me I want to all right, so Livewire Sports says that sports betting has opened more eyes to illegal gambling, right? And my question to everybody is like, well, how that's true, but and how can you separate though like the illegal aspect of gambling from like what's legal in professional sports? I think
that's a real great area right there.
Yeah,
that's a real great area.
I don't know how you because even the guy, what's his name, Michael France, what's his name, the Mafia guy, he said you can't operate a gambling house and not be connected to the mob.
Right.
You can't, you're not gonna be able to do it.
You gotta remember, this gambling thing has changed the whole concept of the mob in gambling now. Because remember, back in the before it was legal, the only place you could place bets was usually with the mob to get a high return.
Not unless you was in Vegas. Not unless you was in Vegas. I say not unless you was in Las Vegas. Yep.
But now that everything is legal, you don't have to go to the mob anymore to place bets anymore.
Yeah.
So that's hurting their business.
So it's hurting them. All right. So now that everything's legal, whereas though if you place a bet and it was with a bookie, then you could have the mob would collect for the bookie. You know what I mean? Because the mob was the enforcers.
They the
now you don't need the mob to collect for you because now it's legal and you put your money up front.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Yep.
And you don't even need to involve the mob anymore because everything is electronically done through betting houses and stuff now.
Yeah.
Like you say, from your phone, if you got a cell phone, you can place a bet.
Right.
Yeah, if you got a cell phone, you can place a bet.
So you're taking a lot of income away from the mob now. So the only other way now they can substitute that money is do like what Chauncey Phillips got involved in, illegal poker games and stuff like that.
So is this an attempt for the NBA and the FBI to squeeze the mob out of gambling then so they won't have this type of stuff going on? Do y'all think it could be that?
I don't know.
I think that has something to do, almost like with prohibition. When you know what I'm saying, when they say, "All right, man, we're gonna make alcohol legal," but the government gonna get their cut. You know what I'm saying? I think
it's the same way.
Yeah,
it's the same way that, like you said, with alcohol, with weed, and now gambling. It's all the way the government saying we can't stop it.
That's
so
right.
Might as well take the taxes from it.
Yeah,
because we can't stop it.
Yep, yeah. Let us regulate it and charge it, and you know what I mean, charge a fee for it. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Because even with the lottery, like when people used to play numbers, right? When people used to play numbers, you know, you went through a bookie to play your numbers and stuff like that. But now, you know, you just go to a liquor store and play your Powerball.
Yeah,
right. In the 30s and 40s and mid 50s, you couldn't play lottery numbers; it had to go through bookies.
Right, right.
And the federal government was like, nah, we can regulate this.
Yeah.
We want the taxes from it. You can't stop it, so let's do this.
That's right. That's exactly right.
The problem that I think that the NBA needs to get through right now, as far as they need to start to try to get their players away from this controversy about betting.
How can they do it?
And that's the question. Because let's really look at it. Charles Barkley used to be a heavy gambler.
He is a heavy gambler.
Right. So was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan used to be a heavy gambler.
He is a heavy gambler.
Yeah.
Right. And that really didn't come out until after they retired. But who knows how long they was doing it, even while they were playing.
Yeah.
Well,
because there was an investigation for that.
Yeah. That I remember reading that Rolling Stone expose back when Jordan was playing baseball, that this was all to kind of just cover up the fact that there were allegations and rumors that he was betting on the Bulls.
Right. And that's why David Stern, like I call it a suspension or whatever, just to sort of go away, to calm it down. You know what I'm saying? To calm it down.
Yeah.
Let it really bypass, then come back. Yeah, hell yeah, definitely. But see, that's it's way different. Remember when Mike went to Atlantic City doing that playoff series when they was playing the Knicks and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? He had a bad game, whatever. The athlete now would get, you know what I'm saying, would get raked over the coals.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, by doing that, right? You know, and I'm not trying to, you know what I mean, get on Mike or nothing. But I'm just saying it's just like a different climate now when it comes to that. It's like a different climate now. And then
you gotta also remember too, and Charles Barkley made a good assumption on that when him and Kenny was arguing on their show, that there's a difference between the NBA investigating the situation and the FBI investigating the situation.
Yeah. But I do think there are some relationships there between professional sports and like the FBI and stuff like that. Because remember, some of the people who investigated during when Stern was in office, they wind up getting jobs with with the NBA after that investigation was over. So I'm sure that some palms was greased.
He tried to hire the lead investigation, the lead investigator from the FBI over to the NBA.
Yeah,
he tried to hire him. David Stern, man, he knew what he was doing, man, because he the one that stopped the investigation. Like, no, when they jammed up Donahue, and he like, all right, that's it, nothing else. It ain't nobody else. It's just him.
Well, did you hear what Donahue just said? Though Donahue just said on Coach JB show that 58 out of the 60 refs are, are crooked. Like at that time, he said 58 out of the 60 refs were crooked.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Now, and he knows stuff that we don't. He had conversations with, with people that we don't. That's an extremely high number, man. That's extreme. And then everybody not operating at the same level. Now, just because you might be, they call you crooked, right? Now, but you might not be on the level that he was on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But crooked is crooked. You know what I'm saying? Crooked is crooked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got different levels to it.
Listen, when you have somebody that's getting paid $100,000 a year to govern over somebody that's getting paid millions, that situation is bound for somebody to be corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It calls for that.
And you factor in the way a lot of the players talk to those referees. You know what I'm saying? You factor that in. They get personal with them. Talk about their families. Man, I'm telling you, it's the human element. And as long as you got the human element involved, man, stuff like this can happen.
Anytime you back and you want to fix something, you go after the guy that has the most to lose. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to fix a game, first person I'm going to is the refs. You know what I'm saying? Because they can get the outcome of the game. They can control the outcome of the game, and I can get to them easier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they look for when the mob is trying to fix things.
And then you just said it, and their pocket's not as deep, so they'd be willing to do something at a lower amount than a player.
Because if you look at everything that's going on right now, you're talking about coaches and ex-players and stuff right now that's getting caught in this big scandal thing right now. The key is if the NBA gets some of these some of these stars or superstars get caught up in it. That's where the problem really gonna come in at.
Did y'all see the little Asian girl that came out of court? Did y'all see her? Did you see the little Asian girl had a sweatsuit on?
The young lady that's with Chauncey?
She's one that got arrested. He was another one that got arrested with them. Because all they was showing was Chauncey. But this is another one that got arrested, got caught up in the suite. Little Asian girl, young looking girl, like she probably like in her mid-20s.
Well, I think like they showed a Asian woman that was she was at Chauncey Billups games.
Oh, okay.
Like
I don't know if that's her or not. It could be her. She had an ankle monitor on coming out there, so I don't know. They put it on. I don't know if they put it on her. And
she might have already been into some hot water for something.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Let me ask you guys a question. I don't understand why Chauncey Billups is in this conversation with the NBA because he got caught doing poker games, which has nothing to do with sports betting.
Well, I just think that I think it was a situation where they were setting up people for marks and stuff like that, so they could take advantage of them. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to tie him in with insider information and stuff like that. But I was.
So you think they just do a broad net out there, and whatever they caught in the net, they was going to expose.
I think this may have an undercurrent because we've been talking about it throughout this whole discussion. If the mob has been involved, there may be a through line through all of it, right? So this may be just the tip of the iceberg to where they say, hey, and here are the unknown mafia figures that have been running all of this. I don't know, but
why? But let me ask y'all this though: what is your opinion on this? All the faces that we see on getting in trouble though are the athletes. Like, why? How we haven't seen like any mafia? Have y'all see any of the mafia families like being drug out of the? You know,
I saw one picture. Yeah, I saw one picture of a guy. Besides that Asian girl, I saw one picture of a guy. He was I don't know what family he was in, but yeah, he supposed to be a mob guy. I didn't know who it was, but it was a picture of a mafia guy. Yeah.
But the mafia,
but you gotta understand this though. The mafia does this all the time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be harder to get somebody from the mob to to point the finger at somebody in the mob because this is what they do.
No, they tell all the time. They tell all the time. Man. No, man, they tell all the time. I say they tell all the time now. The mob guys, man, they tell all the time now, man. That old murder.
Right, but it's really hard to finger.
Yeah, that's out the window now with them guys. But no, the point is, I thought you was going to say, don't nobody know the mafia guy. You know what I mean? The John Gotti's, them guys, they gone. So you throw a mafia guy up there now, we like, well, who's that? But everybody knows who Chauncey Billups is. You know what I'm saying? Most people know if you're a sports fan, you know who Chauncey is. You know who Terry Rozier is. You know who Damon Jones is. So I think that's why they out front on it.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with how many names are in those indictments? Like 35.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But the media is who's the media going to run with?
Right.
The names that we all know.
Right.
Yeah. Let me see now. Let me ask y'all this, because Retro says this. But do you think that the ref calls, the WNBA calls, are part of it? I think if they betting on those games, if you could bet on the WNBA games and there's some money to be made. Yeah, man, it could be, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And you got to look at it across the board.
Yeah. So, yeah, any college or professional sports, even, women's basketball, college basketball, if there's some money to be made, and to, who people might be surprised, though, because if you can catch one of those female basketball players, like a high profile, you could make a ton of money off of one of those young ladies. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if there's money to be made.
And that guy, Michael Franchi, he said he had paid this guy who had relationships with college basketball players, right? He had paid this guy $250,000 just to introduce him to him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but he wound up going to jail, never got his money back, never got return on his investment. He wound up going to jail before he could put it in motion. He said, but if he had been connected to them 10 college players, he like, man, that would have been a drop in the bucket. But he had to pay out. He said that'd been a drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? So, and like Jim, the scenario you was talking about with Mike Beasley, the one I was talking about with the guy, you get in with them college guys. Maybe not so much now because they got the NILs, but everybody don't. Everybody don't got them NILs. But you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you know what I mean? But you get in with them guys, man, and they could do stuff. Yeah.
Hey, remember they was talking about the Fan 5 and the boosters that was doing with the Fan 5 in the beginning. Remember them?
Yeah.
They talking about all the boosters and stuff, was giving the Fan 5 this, that, and the other thing. And it's just the nature of sports right now.
Yeah, man.
It has to watch it because, like they said, we got one of the greatest catchers in baseball, not in the Hall of Fame because it's gambling. So how much emphasis are they really going to put on gambling when it's legal now?
They put a lot on it though because they make a ton of bread. Because now the novice people. Because I'm not a gambler, but you got some people who like sports, so they're like, oh, let me go on my phone and bet that the Ravens win today, or let me go on the phone and let me bet that Lamar Jackson scored a touchdown today or scored 2. So you're getting money from that. Before for you to be making bets, you had to really, really know about gambling. You had to know the ins and outs of it and things like that. Like you said, you had to know where to go to place the bet. You know what I'm saying? Now you pick your phone up and you can go on there and bet that Kansas City Chiefs win tonight or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick question for you guys. Unrelated. Does anybody know if Deebo Samuels is playing today?
I don't know.
We can look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. But let me say this about gambling, right? If y'all remember the movie, what was it, Goodfellas?
Yeah.
And they not Goodfellas, Casino. When they redid Casino, and those guys like the Mafia had it at first. Then you had you had the like guys like Bugsy Siegel and all those guys was running things over there. Then you had the big business guys, the white collar guys who came in there and took that. So maybe this could be the same type of situation where they trying to squeeze the mafia out of this. You know what I mean? And they because they don't want that criminal element involved in Las Vegas or any of those booking agencies. And like y'all was saying, you can bet on your phone. So you don't need Tony 2 times to go to collect for you, right, when it could be done on the phone.
Right. I do believe that that's part of it. Like, man, we gotta get the criminal element out of it. People gonna bet and gamble anyway. Mm-hmm. So let's, you know what I mean? So let's try to get or limit their influence. Let me say that. Let's try to limit their influence as much as possible and get out cut. Yeah. So I think it's a combination of the two. I think it's a combination.
Also, this just occurred to me. Basketball, when you think of gambling, like we just thinking here, like in the United States, but we talking about sports that are like basketball is an international sport. So now you talking about people because of the internet and modern technology, you can gamble from anywhere in the world. Anyway. Do you know what kind of money that is?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, we thinking about, all right, well, Caitlin Clark sold this many T-shirts at this arena. They don't even care about putting butts in the seats now because you got people in Asia, people in Europe, people you can gamble in Africa, South America. You can that's money. That's big money right there.
Yeah. Like you say, global money. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? That global currency. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Listen, the internet put everything on a global perspective now.
Yeah.
There's nothing local or territorial anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why we were just saying it a little while ago. It used to be the rule that no professional league would go to Las Vegas because of the influence that could negatively happen. Well, the cat's out of the bag with technology because Las Vegas is now everywhere. So it doesn't matter if they've got pro teams now.
Yeah,
no doubt. Yeah, and so now that leads me. I do want to get y'all opinion, like I told Tunk and Jim earlier, because I wanted to know what y'all think about this right here, right? And also people in the chat. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they're like what they kicked off in college exposed the NBA and the WNBA. And my reason is for saying that is because of the beef that they kicked off, it exposed the fact that, number one, the WNBA could have expanded years ago. Number two, it points out the fact that American women athletes are really just been poorly paid throughout the years. And so I want to know, do any of y'all disagree with that, or do y'all have a take on what I just said as far as those two, the way, and I think the WNBA and the NBA got exposed in a lot more ways than just that, though. You got anything to say about that, man?
Yeah, I mean, as far as you saying they getting underpaid and everything, we got to consider the fact that the value of the league itself. I mean, if you were making money and you was filling stadiums and stuff like that, then that value would go up.
Yeah.
But when you're not really filling college gyms in the beginning it's hard to demand something, or it's hard to pay somebody a high wage when you're not making a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, so let me ask you this though. How could it be that teams in Europe, you had Cheryl Swoops, the ladies who never played in the WNBA have traditionally always went over to Europe to get paid because they knew it was always money over there, right?
Right.
So when the NBA went international in the early 80s with Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and all those guys, they were ambassadors for the game of basketball so they could spread it. At that time, they could have done the same thing with the women's league because there was already a market over there for the women. So that's what I was saying. The WNBA and the NBA dropped the ball as far as expanding it when they could have expanded both of those leagues at the same time.
But when you expand, though, what are you expanding the WNBA to?
Well, because you could have got some of that money. And now, if you had got some of that European money, some of that money out of Asia, and then you'd have had those players mixing into this league too, just like the NBA is doing.
But see, that's the problem. The NBA is not getting any money from foreign land.
They're getting the players and they're getting that revenue because
you got Japanese teams paying NBA players more than they making here in the NBA.
Well, they still have those leagues in those countries, but I'm saying, like, European players are playing here, and so when the European players play in the NBA, that has an appeal to that fan base over there. So they watch their league, they watch their players like the Joker. You watch Luka because they are from your country. You watch Giannis. You know, if you're from Canada, you're gonna watch the guy. What's his name? Shea Gilgeous. You watch him. And so that's more money, that's more revenue for the league.
So let me ask you a question. When Russell Westbrook played overseas this year, did you watch him?
No, because he's leaving the bigger league to go overseas. We don't traditionally watch like European basketball. But that's a good point you bring up, right?
Right. And that's what I'm trying to say. We don't invest in other countries, but we're expecting other countries to invest in us.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. Let me hold up before you. Okay. That's a good point because all right, if you take Caitlin Clark and you put her in a European league now with the fan base that she has, people going to watch that European league, and that's why you help my point. That's why the WNBA has to pay Caitlin Clark because those European leagues are going to draw her over there. You paying her $78,000 and they offering her $100 million. Where you think she going to play at?
Exactly.
Right.
And that's
her fan base will follow her.
Right. And that's what the NBA can't control right now.
Right.
The NBA can't control that social media and that influence base that their superstars are having, like a Caitlin Clark. So even though she's the hottest thing going right now, look at her salary right now.
Terrible.
Right. Where somebody in Europe would say, look, I can pay you 10 times that amount. Come over here. But you know what kept her over here is the fact that she wants to play in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we got to understand that there's nothing really that the NBA can do except finance a whole nother league in other countries to try to draw their fan base to get to watch the American side of the NBA.
Right. Yeah.
Now, and the players want to play in the American side because they know that's where all the best players are. And all the superstars, there's tons of European leagues, tons of Asian leagues, but we only take the top, 2%? To come over and play in the NBA.
Yeah, right.
If there was one owner that said, you know what, I'm going to take my 12-man roster and fill it with nothing but European players, do you know what kind of backlash that owner would get? That owner would get ran out the building.
I wanted to say this, right? I think women's professional basketball is more of a draw overseas than it is here. I think professionally. Now college, maybe not so much. As far as like the WNBA, that league, I think overseas, I think it's just a different culture. Whereas though they tend to support the professional women's leagues over there in different countries more than the WNBA is supported here in the States.
I think that I think that could be true. I think you're right. And so if it's more of a draw over there, and there's a lot of money in that, again, it would seem to me that the NBA and the WNBA will want to take advantage of that money and that draw, you know what I mean, and expand, go international, just like the NBA did. So that's probably true. I thought that for years too.
Yeah, because I think women in other countries support women's basketball. Women over here in the States really don't support the WNBA like that.
Yeah.
Collectively. I'm just talking about, collectively. I ain't talking about, of course, you got women who are fans of the game, but a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, don't watch. You know, and I know in my family, man, and they are basketball fans, but they don't watch the women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I know of a lot of other women too, like you say, who are basketball fans, and some of those don't watch it, like not to the degree that we watch, but
Right,
you know,
right.
yeah. So and so let me see. Retro make a good point though. Let me see. The WNBA hasn't made a profit in 28, 29 years. The NBA has been sponsoring the W for years. Caitlin Clark comes along. These women think her money is their money. So yeah, I do think that some of the women in the WNBA want to benefit from you know, they are benefiting from her presence in the league. And that's a whole nother a podcast though, when you think about how they benefit from her on the one hand, and then on the other hand, they don't like her in the league, or they, you know, kind of it's crazy. That kind of stuff is crazy.
Let me ask y'all this. Has Caitlin Clark had with the WNBA, has she had the Tiger Woods effect when he first came in and was on tour at the PGA? Does she have that? Maybe not to that degree, but does she has that type of, you know what I'm saying, pull, or does she has that type of, you know, with her fans and everything, you know, that or can she have that type of Tiger Woods effect where everybody's salary goes up? You know what I'm saying? Winners, you know what I mean? Winners, you win the NBA championship, you get a bigger piece and things like that. Can she essentially have that same type of effect?
I think it's a good analogy. I do think it's a good analogy because where does all the money for the leagues come from? It comes from viewership based off of media deals and advertising. Yeah. And that's all kind of predicated on the number of eyeballs you get on the sport. And that's to Retro's point, that's what's caused them to be in the red for so many years. They couldn't get the eyeballs on the sport. And that's and Caitlin coming in is doing very similar things to what Tiger, the viewership that Tiger brought along to this old white man sport, where you had kids watching golf that didn't, you know, the average viewership went probably from 58 years old down to 27, right?
Right.
And I think that similar type of thing is happening where you did have hardcore basketball fans that liked the style of the WNBA and what was going on, but it was a very niche group of people watching it. And now you've got new people coming into the sport like myself. It's like, yeah, I never watched the women's game, but Caitlin and her style of play and some of the other young ladies that are coming in and making an impact on the game. Yeah, I'm in that boat now. And I think that's what, and you're seeing it with the media deal that they're going to have, right? Because now we're talking, instead of a $10 million deal, it's a $280 million deal, whatever it is, right? So that's to your point, Tunk, that's a bigger piece of the pie that can get divvied up,
right?
And something else that Tiger Woods and Caitlin Clark have in common, right? WNBA basketball and golf, like Tiger Woods is not just, his sport is an international sport because they play golf all, you know, in different countries too, right? Yeah. Right. And so now the attention that Caitlin Clark is bringing is just not here in the United States. Like she appeals to people in different countries. So like when you saw the response that she had from like kids from in South America and those other countries. So yeah, her appeal is not just here. So, and like I said at the beginning, that's why people like United States sports get exposed, because the only way female athletes seem like they get paid is if their sport has an international appeal. Yeah. What is it? Venus and Serena. Like if they just play tennis here in the United States, they wouldn't. But when you go play those tournaments in other countries, they pay. You know what I mean? They pay good. They pay well. Then you like the if you play golf, You know, that's an international sport. That sport get played in other countries, so they don't get paid. You know, like females, if they'd have just stayed local or if they'd have just stayed stateside, it's a different pay scale.
Yeah,
and that's what made Caitlin Clark such a threat, is because now she's getting international. You know what I mean? Like if it was just Iowa fans,
right?
People like, yeah, whatever, you know. But now you got international appeal. They gotta respect that.
Now, do you think going back to they waited too long, or they didn't? You know what I mean?
I think they waited too long. I thought they got exposed, especially when you got somebody offering this young lady $100 million and you paying her $70,000.
So you gotta play catch up now.
Oh hell yeah, you better, or you gonna lose her the same way. Remember when the USFL came along, and they got Herschel Walker out of college. They got Steve Young from what school he went to? Brigham Young.
Yep.
Yeah, and so now, although that league folded,
right,
it still caused, you know what I mean, that still shook up the NFL, because now you got somebody who's throwing big money at these players, and they're going to take them. So
Reggie White started out in the USFL too, if I ain't mistaken. Reggie White.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Right, so yeah, you gotta respect that. You gotta either get rid of that competition, or you gotta merge with them, like the NBA and the ABA merged.
Right.
So you gotta get rid of that competition, or you gotta merge with them.
And see the excuse me, the point that Retro was making, where as though these players think that Caitlin money is their money. And I gotta agree with that to a certain extent, because somebody had checked Stephen A one time, and he was talking about, oh man, I've always been a big fan of the WNBA. He's like, well, why you ain't never talk about him? You know what I'm saying? Last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what Caitlin Clark is doing, she's getting a casual fan to tune in, just like what Jim just said. You know what I'm saying? Just like what Jim just said. She's getting a casual fan to tune in and take interest. And you allow her to grow the sport, man. You got to pay them women, man. You can't. I saw what I read about the sister that just won MVP, the won championship. Wilson, right? Yeah. They said if she was getting paid on par, and I think she's getting $1 million a year or something. They say she would be getting $4 million. They say she would be getting $4 million a year. If she was getting paid on how the game has grown in these last few years, she would be getting $4 million a year instead of $1 million. So I don't know what Adam Silver meant by significant raises. I don't know if he meant, you know what I'm saying, these salaries are going double, triple. I mean, I don't know. That remains to be seen. But what the players are asking for, and what the NBA the WNBA, you know, their commissioner, whatever, seem to be offering, it seemed to be, man, miles apart.
Yeah. And let me another Live Wire brought up a good point. I was just watching. I watched a special on Warren Moon, right?
Yeah.
And remember Warren Moon?
Huh? CFL. Warren Moon was in the CFL.
Yeah. That's a good point, Live Wire. Warren Moon had to go to the CFL first. You know what I mean? Before he got some respect from the NFL over here. And so sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. What my man, Time. Welcome back, Time.
Time was good, boy.
Yeah. Time said,
Time.
Yeah. Time said, Urban, do not forget when Caitlin Clark played the Brazilian team, Angel Reese played the Brazilian team. I have no idea if anybody asked for her autograph, from the Brazilian team on it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, she got international appeal. And so the WNBA is in a position, and the NBA is in a position where as though they gotta give her respect,
Do you think? Let me ask y'all this, right? I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, right? Her and Angel Reese, right? Do you think that beef or that animosity, do you think that was manufactured to a degree?
I absolutely think it was.
Manufacturing, you mean by like the league?
The media. The media.
And then then the league, instead of, because I think they could have did things to maybe squash it, keep it at a certain level. They allow it to grow and you know what I mean, and get big, just to get, like Jim said, just to get people to tune in.
Drama sells.
People, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think that's a good point. I think they hyped it up and they manufactured that because they saw the Larry Bird and the Magic Johnson thing, right?
Right.
But now, I think it got to a situation where it was out of control because like I said, she got the international. They didn't know she would have that international appeal. I don't think, you know what I mean? Like when you had people and kids from other countries, you know, looking up to her, and so now it's a situation where you got, you know, it's right for other teams, other leagues to come in and say, well, y'all paying us 78, we're gonna pay her, you know.
But getting back to them and their little, you know, head clashing, I think if both teams if they both were successful, I think it would have been they could play the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson type thing. But, you know, but when their teams wasn't having that type of success, you know what I mean, it really kind of like, oh man, just drama for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just drama for nothing. You know, y'all up there fussing and all and wanting to fight and all that and this, and you in last place or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's all. That's all I was trying to, you know, make that comparison.
And so that's a good point. Like why I said the media would push me and you just to get some eyes on them. And I thought, you know, because they was allowing her to get roughed up, and they was, you know. And Angel Reese, you know, they promoted that, and they showed that, they highlighted that, but I think it took a life of its own. You know, and they was like, oh, okay, now we in, you know.
And then people was more so focused on that part, what was being said, instead of what they were doing on the court, especially Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Tom makes a good point. He says, yes, the beef is real. I don't think those two ever liked each other, but the way that Caitlyn handled it was, I don't really care about you at all. Just go away, right? And Angel kind of leaned more into the heel aspect of it. That I'm gonna, you know, because all the attention's on Caitlyn, and the only way she could get any of the tension was to lean into the drama.
To be like an antagonist of the situation. To be an antagonist.
I'm gonna start using that word, Mike. I'm gonna start using that word, man. I'm gonna start using that word.
I just think that she just linked into the antagonist, which I think for Angel, I don't think it was a bad idea because, you know, like financially it's working out for her. If she can handle the scrutiny that come along with being that, you know, to being the villain, then
it seemed to weigh on her a little bit, Mike. It seemed it seemed to weigh on her a little bit, start affecting her. You know, people, you don't know what comes with it. When, you know, like you say, when you being that antagonist, you know what I'm saying, that Dennis Rodman type villain, so to speak. You know, it's a lot that comes with that. It's a lot that comes with that.
That affects not only you, but like, you know, your family. You know, like people just get really, it get personal. Let me see what my man Kent Carlson said. Kent said, Caitlyn never sought the limelight. She does the powerhouse moves behind the scene, low key impact, more off the court than her and her foundation and other charities. I mean, Caitlin Clark, her approach is different. Definitely her approach is different from Angel Reese. And I don't like all that I don't like all that attention either. I would have took the Caitlin Clark approach, you know what I mean? I'd have been like, you know, just let my game speak for itself, you know. But some people think they can handle that attention that come with being in that limelight. Yeah, man. So I just, let me see. Who else said something here? I missed a statement. Somebody said something. I think Retro said something. What Retro said? No comparison between the two. Caitlin Clark was always a better player. They had to create the double doubles to make Angel relevant, right? And so, I mean, that's a lot of people think that's true, and that could be true. But I was just focusing on like the media aspect of it and how, like it put the WNBA and an NBA in a position where they, now they got to pay these young ladies. Or do y'all think, I want to ask, and even the people in the chat, do y'all see a situation where the WNBA will have to merge with those European teams at a certain point? Like in a couple years.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm just talking about like logistics, like the travel.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's something they wouldn't want to entertain. If anything, they would just send us all your players. You understand? If they can do anything, send us all your players, so we ain't gotta fly across seas and have all these different time zones. And I wouldn't see it. And then you got to understand that the NBA, they operate with a particular arrogance. You know what I'm saying? As opposed like you need us, we don't need you type thing. Even if they're completely off base in that thinking, you know what I'm saying? But that's that arrogance. We the biggest badass on the block. We don't need to change how things go and things like that. And as long as the WNBA say they got the NBA backing them, they got the NBA, they got Big Brother backing them. They can do what they want to
do. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Tunk, and the only way I see it happening is if the WNBA works something out where the Euro League would be that like their feeder system, right? Their D League, and they neither of those leagues would go for that.
Right.
Yeah, and so the reason I asked that, right? Because remember, the ABA had George Gervin, and the ABA had Dr. J, right? Those were big drawers in the ABA.
Yes, sir.
Also, the NBA was a lot smaller, and there was room for growth. So they was like, all right, we'll merge with y'all. Y'all give us, how many teams was it? About 4 teams they took from the ABA?
No, it was like 7.
It was that many?
Yeah, it was like 7. The Nets, the Nuggets, Indiana,
Pacers, yeah.
Yep, the Pacers. Damn, I used to get name them off the top of my head. I can't even name them. Yeah. But it was 7. I think it was 7.
Okay. So and there is room for the WNBA. Like the WNBA got like 13 teams now.
San Antonio was another one. The Spurs, that was another one they brought over. Yeah,
right, the Spurs, the Nuggets,
yeah.
It was a few of them. It's about 7 of them they brought over.
Yeah, so I was just thinking, the Nets. Oh, Rick said the Nets. Yeah, I appreciate that, Rick. I forgot about the Nets.
The
Nets and the Pacers.
Yeah, man. It was a few that they brought over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so but that's what I'm saying. So the ABA, they merged. I don't know how they was. I don't know if they did it because financially, they was in trouble, so they had to merge with the NBA, to stay afloat, because they was losing money. I don't know about that, but I'm glad how they set it up. Like, no, take the entire teams. Like, no, just don't, cherry pick players. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, take the teams over. Yeah.
Well, and I spoke about that too. Like you said, they took entire teams.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas though Major League Baseball didn't do that. Major League Baseball took players.
Right.
And also with Major League Baseball, not only did they took players, but they also, when they took players off of these teams in Major League Baseball, they basically shut down the whole Negro leagues, right?
Oh, ain't no question.
You know what I mean? So now you take all the concessions, all the butts that's being put in the seats, all that stuff was lost to, to the major leagues. So that just is a whole nother podcast when you get into that situation. So I didn't even try to compare those two, but Major League Baseball.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, but Major League Baseball didn't take the whole team; they just took players.
But it's going to be interesting to see, like, when with this collective bargaining, are they going? What's the name? They can't get locked out, but are the players going to strike? Are the players going to strike for the WNBA?
I think if the players strike, and y'all let me know if y'all agree or not. I think with all the money that's on the table and all the opportunity, I think if the players strike, then they put themselves at a disadvantage, right? And I say that because now you're talking about girls coming out of college, then you're talking about the European market. So there's a lot of players there. So if you go on strike, you run a risk of not having a job when y'all come back off strike.
But if you can go overseas and get paid more, because they got options, and it's more lucrative, money-wise, they might look like, hey, it's worth it. You know what I mean? It's worth the risk,
Yeah, if you go on strike, you better make sure you're playing somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And then on top of that, what do y'all think about Unrivaled? Do y'all think Unrivaled is going to suffer because of this?
That's the 3-on-3 league, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I think they had to change if they change their format up, I think they could benefit from it. If if they go to 5-on-5, you know what I'm saying? I think, but I don't think if they strike and they keep it at 3-on-3, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
What you think, Jim?
It's a little gimmicky. I mean, last year it was interesting. It was an interesting distraction.
Right.
But yeah, I'm with you, Tonka. It's kind of just this was a gimmick,
right.
and I don't see it having much legs unless they really lean into it and make it a 5-on-5,
right.
and really try to go after. Of course, I don't know how that's even going to work. How do you go up against the WNBA when everyone that plays in Unrivaled has WNBA contracts, right?
See, that's what I'm about to take. So is Unrivaled ready? Are they ready to pay these ladies? You know what I'm saying? Do they have the pockets to pay them? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's another question.
Unrivaled, I like it, Retro.
Right, Retro. Unraveled.
Yeah, I think they are going to come unraveled too, because like you said, Jim, they're gimmicky, and then on top of that, you got Nafisa Collier and Breonna Stewart. I think through this collective bargaining agreement, they're going to make it so you can't, because in the NBA, you can't own a team and be playing for any other professional league or any professional team. And I think that's going to be the same way with the WNBA now after this, this fiasco.
Best believe they're going to have a whole bunch of stuff in that new collective bargaining agreement. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of stuff in there, man. Yeah. Stuff is going to be clear cut and precise. They will be clear cut and precise. And
they're going to give up some stuff.
Right. There's going to be some other stuff. Yeah.
They're going to get some money, but they also going to have to give up some stuff.
Right. And then ain't that how it always works too? Ain't always work? Yeah. You know what I mean? You gonna get some money, but you're going to have to give up some things. Yeah.
And the thing about it, they probably going to think like the things that they giving up is insignificant because they're going to be focusing on the money. But then later on down the line, they were like, whoa, we can't do that.
That's how it always is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So
when I saw that disparity of what they say what Asia Wilson make as compared to what she should be making if they was had a different type of revenue share or something like that, and I'm like, wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
So even if they say significant raise, even if they double her, which is a significant raise, it's still not where she should be. And I'm just talking about her. I'm not even talking about players on the lower tier. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about her. So even if they double her and and she's at 2 and she's still supposed to be at 4. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems like, man, they just giving them nickels and dimes because it seems like they want to return on them 27, 28 years where they want they want to return on it before they start paying out, some real money, man.
We're back to the mob and paying off that debt.
That's right. That's right. That's right, Jeff. You're absolutely right. Like, no, you still, I kept receipts. You know what I mean? You still in the red. Yeah. You still in the red.
All right, man. Do y'all want to get into a couple of these predictions for this week?
Absolutely. Hey, how did we do last week?
All right, let me see. I got what y'all. Where my glasses at, man? I can't see nothing without my glasses.
Right with my glasses. Not even my glasses.
And I got glasses in like almost like Fred Sanford, like glasses in every room of the house. So
Yes,
you know, wherever I'm at, I don't have to look for no glasses.
Right.
All right, so let me it was just us three last week. And so let me see. What games we talked about the Cowboys and the Giants. Who won that game last week? The Cowboys ran over the Giants last week.
Yeah, they smoked them.
Yeah, all of us, we took the Giants.
We took the Giants?
I mean, it was the Cowboys and the Redskins, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cowboys. And are you sure I didn't take the Cowboys? I may have.
Commanders. Cowboys and the Commanders. I might have got you wrong. Yeah, okay.
I think I took the Commanders. I took the Commanders.
I thought it was going to be a closer game.
Yeah, definitely. I ain't see that coming.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think all of us took the Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah. We all took the Cowboys.
Yeah, because Jaden Daniels was still out.
Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, you're right. So we all got that. We all got that right. So it was the Giants and the Broncos.
That game was nuts.
Yeah,
that game was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Tunk, you took the Giants.
Yeah.
And I took
the Giants. Jim,
and
you
I
took the Broncos.
I did.
I remember you saying that. You say because you guys picked the Giants, I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I remember you saying that too.
I said this is going to be a real close game, and I don't know who's going to win, but because you guys took the Giants, I'm taking the Broncos, and that worked out for me.
Yep. I'm always gonna pick against Sean Payton. That's the okay if you're playing Dumbo. I'm picking against Sean Payton. Yeah. Yep.
And then another game we did was the Browns and the everybody picked the Browns over the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Dolphins
are done.
The Dolphins. That's it for the Dolphins. Then we had the Packers and the Cardinals. Everybody picked the Packers in that one.
Yeah.
Then the Lions and the Bucks. So Tunk, let me see. Yeah, Tunk, you had the Lions, and me and Jim. I mean, Tunk, you had the Bucks.
I had
the Lions.
Yeah, I had Tampa. Yep, I had Tampa in that.
Yeah. So
that was a good game too.
It was a good game.
Good game too. Yeah.
It was a good game. So I'm thinking, let me see. So Tunk, you had one game you won, 2, the Packers 3. So you won 3 games last week, and me and Jim had 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So now let me get to the teams we're going to talk about this week.
Okay.
And this week 8.
Man, this week 8 already, man.
These always go so fast, though.
I know, man.
Always go fast.
That's crazy.
And so the Ravens are playing
Bears.
The Bears.
They in Baltimore too. They at home. They in Baltimore. But man, they didn't play like 3 straight games at home.
Yeah.
But Lamar ain't playing though.
He's still not in?
Yeah, Lamar ain't playing though, man. So I might have to take the Bears on it, man, because Lamar ain't playing.
All right, so Tunk, you going Bears.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going Bears too. Just because until the Ravens, I'm just going to bet against them till they write that shit.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna, because I think this has the potential for being another close game.
Yeah.
And I think the Ravens have kind of been exposed on defense, and I think they're going to try to make this a statement game. So I'm going to lean with the Ravens today.
All right, so
they need no way they can go 1-6, man. If they go 1-6, man, I mean, come on. I mean,
yeah.
I think there's some pride involved here.
I don't think they can afford to go 1-6, but with Lamar not there, it's just giving me, and what's his name kind of got Caleb Williams on the right track. He kind of got him on the right track. He's been playing well lately, so that's the only reason I'm taking the Bears, man. But if Lamar was there, it would be a no-brainer. I'd pick the Ravens. But
yeah, I would too.
Yeah, but by him not being there, man, I'll pick Chicago.
All right, so let me see who else we got here. I think the Giants, Philadelphia look like they going down a little bit. So you got the Giants and the Eagles.
A.J. Brown not playing either. Little caveat. A.J. Brown out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think in this game right here, I think I'm gonna go with the I'm I'm gonna go with the Eagles, man.
Okay.
I think you got to take them at home.
That's what I'm about to say. And I don't think they're gonna lose to them twice. You know, the Giants got them the first time.
Yeah.
I don't think Philly lose to them twice.
Yeah, so everybody going with Philly.
Yeah.
All right, what's another good game? Man? We got.
What about that? The Steelers Packers. That's the night game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Steelers Packers game. And
yeah, he going back to his what's it? He going back.
It's actually in Pittsburgh. It's actually in Pittsburgh.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. So all right, Steelers.
Yeah.
Who you liking that then, Tom?
I like Pittsburgh and that. You know what I mean? Big surprise, huh? I like Pittsburgh.
I just need to ask you.
Right. right.
This is a tough one. I may have to go with the Pack on this.
Yeah, man. And the thing I say, Jim, man, that damn defensive Steelers, man, it keeps you up at night, man. I mean, they keep talking about the defensive coordinator Michael Ward with the Ravens. They need to be talking about that defensive coordinator with the Steelers getting replaced, man. I mean, that defense, man, got a lot of holes in it. And then you still got Michael Parsons over there with Green Bay that you got to account for.
That's right.
Right.
So you know what I mean. So yeah.
And let's do the Patriots and the Browns. That's gonna be, to be honest though, that's gonna be an interesting game though. The Patriots and the Browns, because you know.
All right, we're gonna do a prop bet. You should do get in the game or what? Let's do a prop bet. You know what I mean? What y'all think about that? Yeah. Let's do a prop bet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Man, that dude, what's his name? Been looking good. Man, what's the quarterback for New England? What's his name?
Yeah, that's why I like that team.
Mac Jones?
Mac Jones, man, he been looking good, man. Looking good, man. So I'm gonna take New England in that game.
All right, so you going with the Patriots?
Yeah.
I gotta go with the Patriots too.
All right, so everybody going with the Pats. I think Retro probably going with the Browns. Yeah, you know that.
Yeah. Retro, that's a squad. Hey, so look, Mike, does what's the name play today? Does the Colts play today?
Let me see.
Yes, they do. They play.
They play Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh, ain't no point talking about that. Yeah, okay.
Well, what y'all think about that Dallas and Denver game?
Oh shit, that's the Monday night, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
No, that's 4 o'clock. My fault. That's 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's the 4 o'clock. Oh yeah, the Kansas City game is the Monday night game.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a good game, man.
Yeah.
In Mile High, man.
Oh, they're in Mile High. Dang. I'm gonna take the Cowboys, man. I think that game last week with Denver took a lot out of them. I don't think they recuperated from it.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Y'all take the Cowboys. Y'all taking the Cowboys?
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys.
Okay.
Because TD Lamb is back.
Yep.
And they still got Pickens on the other side. And man, say what you want about Dak. Dak is dialed in, man. Dak is dialed in, man. Yeah. Even though Denver got a solid defense, man, Dak dialed in, and he got both them weapons on the edge, man. Yeah, I pay. Patrick Surtain can't play both of them. You know what I mean? He can't play both of them. One of them gonna be open. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
He can't play both of them.
Yeah, Kent, appreciate you. Kent, appreciate your input. Appreciate for
All right, Kent, have a good one, man.
Yeah, man. Enjoy yourself at the barbecue.
That's right.
Indeed.
Kent, where are you? Is this a family barbecue, or are you going out to a barbecue joint? You gotta let me know. We got some off the chain barbecue places in Kansas City.
Yeah, I heard.
That's what they known for, ain't they? That's what they known for. Yeah.
I heard. Let me see. It was a game I wanted to talk about. So week 8. So Kansas City is playing. Who they
Commanders.
They playing
Monday night.
Commanders today.
I mean the Commanders.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
That's in DC too, ain't it, Jim?
No, that's here.
Kansas City.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Oh, okay. Kent say he in Texas. Kent
That's
is
some amazing barbecue.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Yeah, man.
And I don't even think what's his name is 100% quarterback for the Redskins. I don't think he's 100%. Ain't he dealing with a hamstring or something? I can't think of it.
Daniel.
Jaden
Daniels.
Daniels. I think he's dealing with a hamstring or something.
I think he's active for today. And Man had asked the question. I looked it up. Debo is playing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't know. And that's the Monday night game, right, Jim?
Yeah. I'll say this, man. I've been predicting the downfall for the Chiefs all summer. The first couple games, man, the way they've been playing the last 3 games, man, I'm eating my words.
Yeah.
I said they ain't going to make the playoffs. They're not going to win. They're not going to make it to the championship game. And damn, if they don't look like they're Super Bowl favorites right now.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Jim. I'm cheering against them, so don't worry about it, man. Keep hoping loud. I'm cheering against them, Jim. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, Tom, you're right. That is Drake May and not Mac Jones. You're right. That is Drake May in New England. Yeah.
Wait a minute. All right, what's the quarterback? Yeah. The kid for the Giants. What's his name then? Is that?
That's Daniels. That's he would what's the name down? They call him Danny Dimes. He would the Colts. He with the Colts now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he with the Colts now. He playing well. He playing well with the Colts. Hey, Jim, look, while we still on football.
Yeah.
Do you think Minnesota regret?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, man. I was watching that game Thursday night, and my wife had already gone up to the bedroom.
Right.
And halftime, I just shut it off and I said, damn it, I'm going to bed. I did.
Because, man, it's like they put a lot of confidence in that guy, man. You know what I'm saying? They put a lot of confidence in J.J. McCarthy, man. And then he tore his knee up. And Sam Donald came in, man, and you know what I mean, lit it on fire. And you let him walk. You know what I'm saying? You let him walk, man, thinking that this guy not only was you banking on him being completely healthy, but you also bank on him that, you know what I mean, take the reins first as a starter, you know what I mean, and keep, man, when you got Justin Jefferson over there, man, you got to make sure you got somebody seasoned back there that can deliver him the ball, man. And I just think that was a lot of confidence they put into J.J. McCarthy, man.
It was, and I trusted it, and it has not turned out to be the right. And Sam Darnold he's making Seattle look like a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, and like he's picking up where he left off. It's like he's picking up where he left off. And
I'm just sick about it. And you're right, Retro. I did the Cardinals sin. I turned off the game, even though I'm a Vikings fan through and through. And it
wasn't like J.J. McCarthy threw the ball all over the yard when he was at Michigan. It wasn't like, he was a gunslinger at Michigan.
No.
Harbaugh, that's not his offense. He got to do it now because he got a talented quarterback with the Chargers, but I don't know, man. And Sam Donald looked good, man. It was like, wow.
Hey, I don't know. See, I don't understand why teams make that kind of decision. Like, if you having success, the Ravens won the Super Bowl with the guy and then got rid of him the next year. I'm like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Sometimes, man, we always talk about, players with big egos. Coaches have them too. Coaches have them too. And some coaches think, man, well, man, that was my offense. I can get a guy in here and he runs my offense. He had the same type of success. But man can say that. But I mean, it's been tried and true though. But the dude with the 49ers, he can say that. Like, man, I get the right guy in here, man. Hey, he can run the offense. He had a little bit of success with 3 different quarterbacks back there. You know what I mean? Pulling the trigger. But
some coaches though, like the coach with the Chargers, the Harbaugh,
Yeah.
Harbaugh, he can do that,
Right.
But all coaches, I think Andy Reid is somebody who could turn a quarterback.
Right.
Everybody, once you get a quarterback and y'all had that chemistry, you better stick with him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I know that, like, man, do I want to give Sam Donald all that money? I bet you if they could do it again, they would.
Yep. I know I would.
I
would.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go ahead, Tom.
No, but I just want to get back to that Cleveland game. I'm a prop bet that Shador get some snaps. At least one. You gonna get at least one snap.
I think Retro said he's on the injury list.
Yeah, she did say that.
Damn, I ain't even hear that.
Yeah, I didn't know it either.
Inside information.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my money back.
Yeah, she gonna be under investigation. She got inside information.
Inside information. Yeah. I ain't gonna lose my money now.
Yeah. So look, I want to. Tom said it's funny how Dak Prescott is dialed in when his team is not dialed in, right?
Yeah, but that defense is bad.
Yeah,
that defense is bad, but he can overcome it. He might be able to overcome it. I'm not saying he will, but he might be able to overcome it. I don't know.
Yeah, Retro, I appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat, Retro. I appreciate that.
All right, Retro, have a good one.
Thank you, Retro.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, man. I don't know what to say though about the Dak Prescott is having a good season.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. They gave up, they gave up their defensive guy, and then
right
now Dak is taking off.
Yeah, yep. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
But if that's what lit a fire under him, man, it's working.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
So Retro say no inside info. Don't get indicted.
Yeah.
So Retro say don't get me indicted. I ain't got no inside information.
Time you got to visit, man. You come out, man. I'll take you to all the hot spots.
Yeah, man, I always hear about those the barbecues though.
Yeah.
So what is it? It's Kansas City, it's Texas, and is it North Carolina?
I know Kansas City and Texas.
Yeah, I know Kansas. What's the other one, Jim? It's another one, right? Is it Carolina that's supposed to have good barbecue?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Or California, maybe.
No.
Not California.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't heard them. I just heard Texas. I think it's North Carolina. I think it's North Carolina, Texas, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. What time is it? Them games, we got about a half hour or close to a half hour.
Yeah. About a half hour to kick off.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man, for another good podcast.
Man. Absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate Retro, appreciate Time. My man Kent Carlson. Who's the new guy that came in?
I'm going to say the newbie that came in. Give him his flowers.
Live wire.
Oh yeah, Live Wire, man. Definitely hope he return.
And
this is another good one though.
Ben Crunk Esquire was in here.
Oh yeah. He said he was gonna come in. Yeah, Ben Crunk Esquire. Yeah, he told me he was gonna come in. I ain't see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He contributed. Rick. My
man, Herb. Good looking out.
Yeah, man. That was cool. Yep, but yeah, man, I'm ready to go get some snacks, man. Get ready for this. Ready for this game.
That's right. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I'm gonna get some wings from.
I'm off to do some trap shooting today to get ready for my annual pheasant hunting trip next week.
When you go down there pheasant hunting? You down there?
No, I go up to South Dakota.
Wow.
Yeah, they got tons of pheasant up in South Dakota, and so yeah.
Really? Okay. How do you stay the weekend up there, Jim? You stay the weekend?
Yep.
Okay.
I go with some friends from the area, and we go rent a lodge, and then we go out and the lodge, the guy that runs the lodge, he's got all the dogs and everything, and he takes us out. All we got to do is bring the guns and the ammo.
How big is the group, Jim? How big is the group you're going with?
Normally, it's anywhere from 8 to 12. This year, it's pretty light, so I think there's 6 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, this economy dictates a lot, boy. This economy dictates a lot.
Yeah.
This economy dictates a lot, boy. Yes, sir.
So,
man, we have a good time. We have a good time.
Hey, Tom. So Town says North Carolina, South Carolina, and y'all forget about Memphis.
That's right. That was.
I heard Memphis too.
Yeah.
I didn't know about North Carolina, South Carolina, but I did hear about Memphis.
I didn't know about South Carolina. I heard about North Carolina. I ain't know about, and I heard about Memphis. You right? I heard about Memphis. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So man, I appreciate y'all. I want everybody to make sure they like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. And we out until next weekend, next Sunday.
All right.
Peace.
Have a good one.
Later, fellas.
All right, Jim. All right, Tom.